Okay, we are at the prison of Moabit. This is a big prison, and a famous prison. There have been very interesting inmates, I think, from some Nazi offenders to political offenders, and yeah. And also, what's interesting about this prison is that some smart guys came up with the idea of selling clothes made by prisoners, and they called it jailwear. And they really took off in the hip-hop scene, and then had their shop in Mitte, fancy shop, everything. And apparently the demand is so big, and the quality was so bad of the products that the prisoners produced, so they now outsourced it, and I guess some little Chinese hands will now do the sewing. Yeah.
Franz Bieberkopf was released from this prison in the 20s, famous inmate. Alfred Doblin wrote about that. Berlin Alexanderplatz, he was here. Franz Bieberkopf. Then the punishment began.
I just figured out how to zoom.
Oh, okay. I think there's a guy looking at us in the window over there.
This is a great zoom.
Not sure what's going on in there.
He's got his back to us.
Yeah, you got Natalie Portman's there, right?
We're at the Kulturfabrik in Moabit. This is one of the finer bars, clubs, theaters. This place has many different venues within it. There's about 5 or 6 actual bars within a bar or within a building. And part of the building is condemned. If you go above the 3rd or 4th floor, you're not allowed to go there because it's condemned. This is a former slaughterhouse.
Or abattoir.
Abattoir. And good times. Beers are cheap. And there's usually a lot going on here. It's a little bit dead. It's still early. You can play some pool. You can play some kicker over there. They got kicker. They got a lot of weird artwork up. Sometimes they have good music. Sometimes, and there's a dance club behind this. There's 2 or 3 clubs above us, and then there's an outdoor cinema in the very back. I don't know how much is open right now, but I think on the weekends you get a pretty good idea. I mean, there's a lot open. So if you're in Moabit, it's very late on a weekend. This is a perfect place to come. It's on the Lehrterstrasse, on the corner of Perlenberger Strasse. It's not very far away from Lehrter Hauptbahnhof, or the Hauptbahnhof as they call it now. And yeah, kicker, you play kicker? You play kicker?
If I play kicker. No, not right now. I'm playing Peggle Fever.
Interesting fact about kicker. Germans think that kicker is an American term, when in fact, if you talk to an American or whoever about, you want to play kicker, and it doesn't mean anything. But we know it as Fußball, a foosball table. But Fußball in German means football, which in America it means football. I mean soccer. So it's all very confusing. So there's like a big loop. It's like a big mind loop. It's like if you think about the kicker, the football, the soccer, you'll go into total mind fuck. This is the smoker room or the Raucherraum, and since December or whatever. Here, move. There's a new rule that smoker rooms are separated from the rest, and that usually doesn't apply to many places because many places actually don't care and you can smoke anyway. But for those of you who like to smoke, you can smoke in this room here. It looks a little bit like a bathroom. But it's okay, it's actually gotten a lot nicer, and I totally recommend you come down to the Kufa. It's a great place, and there's an exhibit, an art exhibit, Moabit. Planet Moabit. Everybody here is super nice. They're super cool. They're residents, Moabitians. These are Moabitians.
Ja, aber dann will ich doch mal ein bisschen nachdenken. Ich meine, das geht doch nicht. Das ist doch nicht demokratisch sowas.
A lot of times when you're in the smoker room, oftentimes it's discussed about how fucked up the whole law is and how it's kind of some fascist bullshit. But what's interesting, Berlin really, they sort of have a different take on the whole law, and somewhat. Some do it, some don't, and I don't think it's a big deal actually. Did you win? We're here in the Hof at Kufa, Kulturfabrik, and there's a club here. Come with me. I don't know if it's open. It might be. Doesn't look like it. Anyway. Now, there's a club in there. It's really cool. It's worth visiting, especially on the weekends. Upstairs, there's a movie theater. And back around here, through that door, there's what they call a Freiluftkino. And they show movies in the summertime on a big screen outside. It's great. And then there's two other bars that are upstairs over there. They're closed right now because it's Easter Monday. I don't know, they celebrate Easter on Monday too here. There's a theater, and there's two bars. And then the rest of everything is condemned. But sometimes they open that up for special evenings when they really want to party hard. And then they have all these weird rooms open, and it's very freaky. So this is a nice little gem in Moabit. It's absolutely worth visiting. So check it out. Kulturfabrik, Moabit.